All right, today we're doing a deep dive on a very specific piece of hardware that solves a problem I think a lot of people run into. We're talking about the distance barrier.
That's right. Specifically, we're looking at the Kramer WP-871XR.
And this thing is basically designed to push a high-quality 4K signal way, way further than a normal cable can handle.
Exactly, without needing to run, expensive fiber optic lines everywhere.
So for this, we've pulled all the technical details right from HDTV Supply to really see what it's made of. Our mission is to figure out how the pros get that perfect 4K picture across a huge room without it breaking down.
Because it will break down. I mean, anyone who's tried using a standard HDMI cable longer than, 15 or 20 feet knows the gamble you're taking.
Oh, absolutely. You start seeing sparkles, the signal drops, or you just get that dreaded no signal on the screen. So this Kramer unit, it uses a tech called DGKat 2.0.
Which is their own proprietary system.
Yeah.
It basically takes the HDMI input and converts it into a signal that can travel over twisted pair copper cable.
So like a standard network cable.
A high-quality shielded one, yeah. They call them UniCat cables.
Okay, let's get into the numbers. Because sending a full 4K signal at 60 hertz with, 4.4.4 chroma, that's a ton of data. What kind of range are we actually talking about here?
It's honestly pretty impressive. It can push that full-fat 4K 60 hertz signal up to 60 meters.
60 meters? That's almost 200 feet.
Yep, 200 feet. That'll cover just about any big conference room or lecture hall.
And what if you don't need 60 hertz?
If you can live with 4K at 30 hertz, you can stretch that out even further to 70 meters, so about 230 feet.
Okay, but here's where I always get a little skeptical with these conversion boxes. When you're manipulating a signal like that, don't you usually introduce lag? Or, compression artifacts?
That's the key question, isn't it? And Kramer's big claim here is visually lossless compression.
Visually lossless. So to the human eye, it's perfect.
And, critically, near zero latency. So if you're using a computer, moving the mouse feels totally instant. There's no perceptible delay.
That is crucial. And it's not stripping out things like HDR or deep color data.
Nope. It's all preserved. The dynamic range information makes it across.
All right, let's talk about the physical unit. The WP in the name stands for wall plate, right?
Yeah, it's a one-gang wall plate, so it's designed to fit right into a standard U.S. electrical box, replacing a blank cover or an old outlet.
I like that. It keeps the whole setup incredibly clean. No little black boxes sitting on a shelf.
Exactly. The tech just disappears into the wall.
But if it's in the wall, my immediate thought is power. I really don't want to have to call an electrician to run a new power line just for a video plate.
And you don't have to. It uses PoC.
Power over copper.
Power over copper, so it gets its juice directly from the receiver unit at the other end through that same single data cable.
Oh, that is a game changer for installation. No wall warts, no extra wiring.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that cable also handles the audio.
It does. Up to 32 channels of uncompressed digital stereo. So your Dolby True HD, your DTS HD, it all passes through perfectly.
Okay, so the specs are solid. What about the user experience? The handshake. We've all plugged in extenders where the computer gets confused and outputs the wrong resolution.
The dreaded EDIDE failure. Yeah, this has EDIDE pass-through.
Which means the source device, like your laptop, can talk directly to the display, like the projector.
Precisely. The wall plate is just a transparent bridge.
Okay.
So it's true plug and play. And of course, it's HDCP 2.2 compliant, so all your protected content from, Netflix or Blu-ray will play without issue.
Which is a must-have these days. So what's the damage? What does something like this cost?
Well, HDTV Supply has it listed for around $240, down from $300.
For a professional-grade unit with PC and that kind of range, that actually sounds pretty competitive.
I think so. You're paying for that reliability. The idea that you can install it in a wall and just forget about it.
It really feels like the perfect bridge between needing those high-performance specs, that full 18 gigabits per second, and the aesthetic need to just have a clean, simple-looking room.
That's the whole point of good AV integration, right? The technology is supposed to be invisible.
It's a good point. We all stare at the giant, beautiful screen, but the real work is happening inside the walls.
It is, and, here's a thought to leave you with. We all kind of think that wireless is the ultimate goal for everything.
Right, cut all the cords.
But when you look at the sheer amount of data that uncompressed 4K, HDR, or even 8K, which is on the horizon, actually requires, we're becoming more dependent on advanced wired infrastructure, not less.
That's a great point.
The invisible part of our tech is actually getting heavier and more complex, even while the devices we see get smaller and thinner.
The hidden weight of high fidelity, that is something to think about. Thanks for listening, everyone.